For punishment, you will lose certain privileges, and that includes all the little bits and pieces you've recently acquired. Now, for a start, those posters, get them down.
But I
Don't
just...
make it any worse for yourself, Daniels. Get them down now. Oh, dear, it's torn. What a pity. Let's see how strong the others are.
Oh, no, please don't do it. I'm sorry. I won't jump back again.
Well, you should have thought of that before you shut your mouth off, Daniels.
I'm not them. I haven't been training them.
Let's get this straight. He won't come at blackmail.
Oh, yes, he will. His career means too much to him, not to mention the huge contract he just signed.
Look, most of the taxation department gets that. He's not as rich as people think he is.
Don't sweat on it. It's not his money I'm after.
Well, what is it you're after?
Dope.
You must be joking.
Oh, no, I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. He'll make a regular delivery. Oh, it's not the hard stuff I'm after. Just some uppers and pot and maybe a little bit of hash.
Look, I don't know about dope.
He'll do it. If he wants to hang on to his career and keep out of jail.
Come on, up and at him.
Come on, Stokes. You're not all day.
Oh, God. I could have slept a couple more hours this morning.
Yeah, me too. I feel as though I haven't slept all night.
You dead. You snored fit to wake the dead.
I don't snore.
You do so, and you got the nerve to talk about me.
I
Come along,
don't.
ladies, it's too early to start arguing.
Oh, it's too early for anything. God, I must be getting old, Mrs. M. All my muscles are seized up.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'll live, I suppose.
Well, if you are sick, the doctor's coming today.
Come to think of it, I do feel a bit crook. Maybe me old ticker's playing up again.
Thought you'd be interested.
Hey, when can I see him?
Sick parade's at the usual time.
Well, what's so special about the quack?
Right, you four, get a move on.
Well, I saw him yesterday when he came to talk to old Davo, and he's just lovely.
Yeah? Well, I might have to mosey along myself.
Yeah.
Miss Ferguson, can I have my magazines back today?
Depends, Daniels.
What do you mean?
Depends on how you behave yourself, so let's just see what the day brings, shall we?
Rotten bitch. What's the harm in having a few dumb posters on me wall?
You ought to complain to the governor. She'd let you order more, wouldn't she?
Yeah, well, there's no point in stirring the freak up. She'd find some way of getting me back.
Yeah, the whole place has gone to the pack since she started. What's the point in having something nice if the buggers take them away from you?
Well, that's the whole point. They can't take away nothing, can they?
How's your reading going, love?
Not bad. He's a pretty terrific teacher. He reckons I'll be able to get a job in an office by the time I get out of here.
Oh, God, who'd want that?
Well, I wouldn't knock it back. If I want a legit job, I have to go fruit picking or something. Otherwise, it's back on the streets.
Oh, go on. There's always work around if you want it.
Well, not if you're covered in tattoos, there's not.
She's right, Lizzie. They give you a real funny look when they see your tats.
It shouldn't make any difference, not if you're willing to work.
Of course I'm willing.
Why don't you talk to Jude? I'm sure she'd help you.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Well, who do I see about it?
Why don't you ask Mrs. M? Hang on a minute. Hey, Mrs. M, Lainey wants to talk to Jude about helping her to get a job. Do you think you could arrange it?
Of course, she's due in late. I'll get her to have a word with you.
Thanks, Mrs. M.
Morning, Miss Ferguson.
Morning.
Are the girls all ready for their lesson?
They're not waiting for you in the library, if that's what you mean. They do have work to do.
I realise that. You really don't approve of this project, do you?
Not for this lot.
Why not? It gives them a more positive attitude towards life. It could even stop them from coming back here.
Believe me, Mr. Maxwell, it doesn't matter what you do for these women. They'll find their way back here eventually. Now, if you come with me, we'll herd them up.
Lizzie still in there?
Yeah, I reckon he must be operating on her or something.
Well, more likely she's operating on him.
Yeah. Bit of a good looker, is he, Mrs. Epp?
Oh, he's a very nice man.
He's gorgeous. Oh, I wish I was 20 years younger. He wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, what did he say? You fit for work?
Oh, yeah, of course. He just gave me some more of me pills because I was running out. He's got a beautiful bedside manner.
Well, come on, then. You better not keep him waiting.
No. G'day.
He's like Douglas Fairbanks and Errol Flynn, all rolled into one.
Maybe he should go on a diet.
Well, you can laugh, but you just wait till you see him. You'll get the hots for him, too.
Ah, it's all right, Lizzie. It's all yours. I couldn't stand the competition.
Hello, Anderson, Henley, outside. Time for your reading lesson. It's Noddy in Toyland. That should keep you amused for a while. The rest of you get on with your work. All this stuff's got to be out by this afternoon.
Well, how can we when we're 2 hands short?
You'll just have to work harder, won't you? Now get on with it.
You're back quick.
Yeah, I got better all of a sudden. It's truth, Lizzie. He's old enough to be me granddad.
Well, I didn't say he was any spring chicken. Anyway, what difference does that make?
Well, I like a mature man, but he's ridiculous.
You've got no taste. It's very refined.
Yeah? Well, I hope the next bloke they get in here has a bit more life in him.
What do you mean?
Well, he's not here for long, he told me. They only got him in here until they can find a full-time doc.
Bugger.
Cheer up, Lizzie. He wasn't your type anyway. Too stuck up. Let him go back to his blue rinse toffee-nosed tarts, I reckon.
I suppose so. But I like a bit of culture.
Thank you, Carter. Is Julia coming today, Sonia? I really haven't the faintest notion, my dear. You know what she's like. I sometimes wonder why she stood for the committee in the first place. You hungry? I'll have Connor whip you up a snack if you like.
No, I'll last out to lunch. How are the renovations on the beach house going?
Oh, quite well. Gerald has this little man. He does the most amazing things with slate. He's quite reasonable, too. So difficult to get a good tradesman these days.
And home help. You're really very lucky to get hold of Mrs. Connor.
I suppose so. Does it work, keeps to herself. Can't ask much more. Another drink?
Yes, thank you.
Connor, get Mrs. Belmont another drink.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Hurry up with Mrs. Belmont's drink.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Mrs. Blake phoned.
No, Mrs. Hanlon. 3 bags bloody full, Mrs. Hanlon.
Agitates in prison. 4 letters. Now, I wonder what that can be. I've got riot, but it doesn't fit with the letters across.
I don't know. Any ideas, Mrs. Connor?
Oh, come on, Louise. Connor isn't interested in crosswords.
Stir.
What?
Stir. It means agitate, and it's slang for prison.
Oh. Yes, it fits. I've never heard that expression before.
Well, it's amazing what you can pick up on the telly.
Connor, my guests will be here for lunch at 1. I hope you'll be ready.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Jim and Janet have
Brought?
brought their pets to school. Janet has brought her